Go ahead, man. You got it. You got it.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Talking That Talk official podcast. I go by the name of King Exodus, aka X.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Juice, aka The Ordinary Brother, aka A Rising Pharaoh. It is Wednesday, October 27th.
All right.
How's your week going so far, man?
I want to talk about that. All right, so hopefully y'all having a good week. I want to talk about my week. How was your week, man?
Hey, my week is today was long than a motherfucker.
Right.
Today long than a motherfucker,
Hopefully
man.
y'all got some good stories for us. All right, so hopping into the conversation. What we talking about?
Man, tonight we're gonna be talking about acceptance, right? Why do we crave acceptance throughout the world, right? I know a lot of people be like, "Oh man, I'm fine being alone," but I always felt like there's a power to finally be accepted, whether it's by your friends, your family, your parents, your peers, your co-workers, and kind of hit me in the head like, why do we crave acceptance? Like, what is it about it that makes us want to do things, particularly to gain, love, favor, or some type of respect or something of that nature? That's why acceptance is a big key. But we got to also talk about the fact that why do some people don't crave acceptance? For sure. So jumping to the subject, man. Why do you think people crave acceptance throughout the world?
Man, it's. I'm not gonna shit on craving acceptance because sometimes it has its pros.
Okay.
Sometimes people need the acceptance in order to level up and progress and make it into certain circles.
Okay.
So it is pivotal to success at a particular point, but some people take it too far.
Okay.
Some people take it to where they can't prioritize what they need to prioritize correctly.
Okay.
Some people fear being a person that stands out and stands alone.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have to be a part of the group or part of the pack. So sometimes it can be a weakness for some, and then some people can use it correctly. But I do feel like automatically people fear isolation as far as, nobody really wants to sometimes step outside of trends or set their own trends. These are the kind of things that make people great and make people memorable in the trends that they set and how they stood out. Sometimes standing out can be negative to some people because they don't know how to deal with the attention of not fitting in. You have like something simple historically. You had like the Civil Rights Movement, and then you had Malcolm X, Nation of Islam.
Okay.
At the same, during that same time period. So the outsiders to a majority of people, black, probably would have been Malcolm X and the Nation.
Okay.
To people that thought like them, they probably knew they were the minority to the majority, but it was so many people that related to what they were saying, it can make even people that's standing out feel like they're still being accepted within their own sense because their own kind accepts them. So some people want to be accepted by the majority, some people can be accepted by the correct people. And I think that's what you want to focus on is who are you trying to gain acceptance from and why? And how are you trying to use that to navigate throughout life? But if you just want to fit in, like if everybody else get a new iPhone, you got to get the new iPhone. I was always taught be a leader, not a follower. And in a particular sense, in order to be a great leader, you have to be a great follower because you have to follow people that's greater than yourself. But at the same time, lead more than you follow. So.
Oh my God, that was beautiful right there, man.
Hell, man.
I don't even know if I should say anything. Man. You got me nervous now, man. And we live, like what that nigga gonna say? Oh man, okay. So the way you brought out acceptance when it comes to the black community, that is definitely big, man. Because we can look at it like this: if you don't do certain things, you ain't black, or you ain't black enough.
You ain't vote for Joe Biden.
You ain't vote for Joe. Oh man, yo, that's another thing. Like I said, you don't know how to play dominoes, spades, and certain activities. Oh, you don't know the song? Oh man, he gotta go. He ain't got no rhythm, man. It's crazy, like being the people that stand out can sometimes be at the worst party in scenarios, right? I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where everybody seems to know what's going on, everything seems to know what's taking place. And you that one person that's out of pocket, out of place, and you're just hoping that the situation doesn't fall on you, right? Because if you do the wrong thing, then you're the odd man out. But if you do the right thing, then you're like, oh, okay, he know what he's talking about. Like, acceptance comes up in different ways. I like the fact that you get the political and movement status. That is definitely true, right? Because one thing, we could talk about political parties alone. I mean, in politics, people want to be accepted whether they're Democrats, people want to be accepted with a Republican, and you got people who just don't give a fuck. That's why I say that when acceptance doesn't matter. You got people who really don't care about voting at all, but if you don't vote, to some people's eyes, you're guilty as well. That's why it's kind of nerve wracking. Like the people who don't participate and choose the sides are basically still guilty in some people's eyes, or instead of looking at them like, oh, okay, they follow their own path or something like that, it's something to despise, right? You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was doing the voting counts and whatnot, and they was talking about how many people who didn't vote, at one, like when this is when Trump, I'm gonna talk about the period when Trump was going, and they're talking about the number of people who didn't vote. They're like, look at all these motherfuckers that didn't vote. If you didn't vote, you ain't my friend. You ain't vote, you can't come over no more. You ain't it's not even the fact that you would have aligned yourself with them. It's the fact you didn't vote. And we gotta be able to talk about those situations where acceptance sometimes is we gotta talk about how it's very dogmatic, right? And you ain't down with us, you ain't with us, and we can look at it on all levels, right? Oh, so you with them? Oh, okay. It's crazy sometimes when it comes to acceptance. What you got on that right there?
Even in the political world, like I said, it's crazy the pressure that black people put on black people. This whole shit that if you black, you gotta vote Democrat, and if you vote Republican, you're a coon. And these kind of narratives is what can determine how strong or weak you are. Like, if you actually did your homework, your research, and you know why you're either not voting or voting Republican, stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how many barbecues you gotta leave. You know what I'm saying?
How many barbecues
how many family functions you get up and storm out of as people. You know what I'm saying? We lost the sense of respect, and it's getting out of hand. Not just with black people. Just look at where we at right now. Lil Nas X troll Boosie, knowing Boosie don't fuck with him. But Boosie get the clapping back, everybody gonna be like, let's cancel Boosie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the same man you can't say shit about, got on national interview and was like, hey, fuck your kids. So he can say fuck your kids, but the minute you say fuck him, now you get canceled because you're homophobic or whatever the case be.
Man, that's some dangerous stuff right
we're living in a world where respect is just not a mutual thing. It's a one-way street based on people's political views, sexual preferences. It goes all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Some people go to the gym. Some people get a little work done. Some people don't respect that within each other. I mean, like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got vegans beefing with people because
I see vegans beefing with vegetarians. I'm like, it's... ain't y'all like the same thing? But, they're different. But I'm just saying, right. It's interesting, like, they're both still the V's, and they'll beef with each other, right? That's why they said even with in the LGBTQ community, even though they're all part of the community, they'll beef with each other. Each letter will beef with each other. So that's interesting in itself sometimes when I be looking into situations like that. But now to hop off that subject, now let's get back on what about acceptance? And you like I said, man, even when it comes to being black, the acceptance is like, you don't know if you can be too good for something or too less for something, right? Damn. The person who decides to not do anything or join anything, he gets looked at something less. We got to look at what my boy Nipsey has said. He said, "Damn if I do, damn if I don't." That's really a talk about, like, it don't matter what you do, and some situations you're a part of. I don't know, man. This might be a good subject right here. What about, you also have parents who want to be accepted by other parents, like to show that they're worth good parents. And I find that interesting. I'll be like, yo, if you don't like these couples, why are y'all with these couples? You know what I'm saying? I was looking, I was watching okay. Joe Goldberg, you women like them cis ass niggas. And there was a couple that they really didn't like, yet they were pretty much still trying to hang with them. I'm like, blend in with the community and stuff of that nature. I understand that, but at the same time, you see, they want to be accepted by the community even though they didn't like them. And that's why I was like, yo, so why we really go down this path of acceptance if we really don't much care about the people and individuals that we're trying to get accepted by.
Man, insecurity. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some people just not secure within themselves. Some people not comfortable within their own skin. So the need to be accepted stands to reason. It's just completely out of control. If you're comfortable in your own skin, of course, you know, not everything you do is going to be accepted the same way by everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is for everybody. So everyone is not going to agree with you. Everybody is not going to see the world the same way that you do. What makes it beautiful is that no one's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So
are they not supposed to?
They're not supposed to.
If I cook eggs with a spoon and you cook it with a fork, are you not?
The eggs got cooked, right?
Eggs got cooked. Hey, look, I had to bring that up. You have people like, why do you do it that way? It still gets the same result.
Yeah, and that's that. That'll be that like OCD kind of. I know a lot of people like that. Everything got to be done a certain way, and that's fine. But you still have to remember that's your way. But going back to the conversation, people just have to learn how to be comfortable within their own skin. Like we see it a lot with like, black people fit this conversation a lot. But you even go like, look at the schools, you know what I'm saying? If the black girl got a hair nappy or an afro, she get picked on, laughed at, so now she wants to get her hairstyles like the other girls. Or, you know what I'm saying, like back in high school, you know what I'm saying, pair of new J's, new Forces come out, everybody's trying to wear those shoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the people that's laughing with you is the people that you fit in with. The people that's selling you the products so you can look like everybody else is the ones that's laughing at you.
Right.
You feel me? So this even applies to the smart consumer or the quote unquote the regular dumb consumer, the average consumer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You would spend a lot of money to keep up with the Joneses just to look like everybody else. To look like another motherfucker.
Look like the same nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you look like that nigga just walked in.
So I do respect people like, even though I don't agree with every stunt, you know, you need Kanye's. You need somebody that'll get a haircut with just patches and, you know what I'm saying, in the head, patches of hair everywhere. You need somebody that's gonna wear a mask over their face all the time. And they not robbing people. Like you need
You have to throw that out there.
you need yays. You need people that's gonna stand out, be a little unique, and speak their mind. I love it. I love it when people speak their mind and deal with, you know, whatever come with it.
Okay. Is there? Let's talk about the negatives of acceptance, right? Do you feel people trying to force some of the scenarios that be going on for acceptance?
Say, there's probably a lot of people got a nice car. I mean, fresh, head to toe, drip, Gucci, all that shit. And then they go pull up at like the most fucked up places to live at, or they still at home with their parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the image of looking, I ain't even gonna say successful, because successful people know that that's not the look of success. You know what I'm saying? But some people, if you've never really been around a group of people that actually succeeded at the highest level, you will allow the media to portray what success looks like. And I think that's the problem. Instead of actually trying to be successful and studying what successful people do, you just rather mimic the image. So that goes back to that consumerism. People feel like if I drive a nice car, I look, you know what I'm saying, I look like money, then I'll be perceived that way. And that's not always the case. They do the comparisons all the time. You look at Adam Sandler, you know what I'm saying, dude worth 400 something mil, but you see him, he look like he homeless every time.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, all these people, and they do the price comparisons. One person got on a $400 belt, one person got on a $10 belt. You know what I'm saying? The billionaires seem to always spend less on their appearance. So that just goes back to you defining what success is. And of course, stop following the media's portrayal on what success is. Stop following this European perceptions of beauty, to where you feel like beauty is straight hair and beauty is this and beauty is that. Beauty is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be comfortable within your own skin and stand out and own it. Not everybody's gonna have the perfect eyebrows and the perfect eyelashes and the hair length and all that shit. Everybody's not born that way. Everybody's not gonna have the cut tone, rip body. It's gonna be some people that's gonna be the opposite.
Shit, well, give me to summer next year, baby. I done lost 11 pounds. I got 23 to go.
Mm-hmm.
I try to decide between 160 pounds and 150 pounds to start reconstructing my body. But I guarantee,
I would say
it's gonna be like for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be beautiful after that.
Yeah,
I got a strict diet.
Body wise, image wise, whatever. Mimic success, man. Actual successful people. You're gonna try to fit in with groups that challenge you. You know what I'm saying?
That was beautiful.
You go to the gym, you got people that be like, I'm gonna work out with some people I look better than, and you got some people that's like, I'm finna work out with the heavy lifters.
I work out with people who look better than me at the gym. Right. I don't know what to do. I'm not working out with people. Yeah, I'm stronger than that nigga, but I ain't about to go with it.
But some people you could tell, it's not even about competition, it's about the will to grow at that particular moment. So sometimes that's why they say you can always judge a person by the company that they keep. So if you keep company around you that's constantly motivating you to have more, that's when you want to fit in. You know, you want to go to the smart groups and try to, you know what I'm saying, get in those conversations, not the typical conversations where everybody talk about sports, hating Donald Trump, and shit like that. Like, you don't want to have those
Kanye's crazy.
All the time. Yeah, he's crazy. All that shit.
I don't want to hear that shit all the time, man. Like, oh man, it was something that just came to my head. But one thing I will say about when it comes to mimicking the success, it can actually work out in your favor, right? Mm-hmm. Guy was talking one day, I was listening to him. He said, I live above my means, but it helped me become a better active person. He said the reason why is because I had to make one more phone call in order to make sure I got my bills paid. It motivated me to do more, because if I were a person or a more active person, he said at the same time, he said when I pulled up in the Benz, everybody wanted to talk to the person in the Benz, not necessarily the one in the Honda. He said sometimes you can use the image to your advantage, but at the same time, it only gets tested when it's time to play ball. And I think a lot of people haven't been tested to play ball because people are too starstruck by the image, right? So that's another thing we got to talk about at the same time. Now, that's what I said, the power of acceptance is crazy, right? You be like, natural bodies, woo, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got the afros, and you know, I love everything natural. Then you got people like, oh, that's too much work. I'm ready to put on a bob, put on a little weave, or you know what I'm saying? Or instead of working out, I'm ready to just get somebody to slap some ass on me. You know? get that lipo stuck down to me. You know what I'm saying? So the acceptance of wanting to go through those challenges is different for everybody, but that's what I say, acceptance is that powerful, right? People, the acceptance of putting in work, not everybody wants to go through it. There's a shortcut, they want to go through the shortcut or create a shortcut, right? If they say, hey, it's only one way to get there, a motherfucker gonna make another way somehow out of his own will or her own will, just because that looks like it's too much. Right, and it's a straight narrow path, and that's why I wanted to bring up acceptance. Like I see it a lot, man. I'll see somebody try to blend in, like, right. Let's say like you was the person that was getting picked on at one time, so now you picking on somebody else. It's like, hell yeah, man! I didn't know you had it in you. You had fuck down, and it's easier to move in a negative way, right? If somebody's picking on somebody, all you gotta do is pick on them, and then they're like, yeah. All right, bro, you're down. Yeah, I like that. Because you got to remember, right, the people who want to avoid bullies join bullies. You know what I'm saying? And people who don't like confrontations will be with people who create confrontations. You know, it's better to be on the same side as the people than it is on the opposite side of the people. Man, I don't know if I'm talking too much right now, man.
Okay. I mean, I'll just add on. We always say fake it till you make it.
Right.
I always say remember to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Remember to
Don't
make
get
it.
lost in the faking it part. You definitely can use the advantage of image, but remember, like you say, sometimes it's gonna be time to play ball. That's what a lot of people forget. They forget the practice of playing ball. Then they just step on the court and just say, you know, just because you look up to par, you're just gonna perform, and it's not how life works.
Right.
So. Yeah, you have to do both. You know what I'm saying? Use your image to the best of your ability and also perfect your craft. So you always want to back up, you know what I'm saying, what you speak. I think as a society, we have to make not fitting in seem cool even to kids. And I think
Let's get on the kids part. I like that.
That's where it starts. You know what I'm saying? Like, something simple as how you dress your kid. You know what I'm saying? You can dress your kid to where, you know what I'm saying, they within the style of modern day. But then you also want to let them express their individuality within how they dress as well, so that way they can do both. You don't always want to keep them in one direction when it comes to their style, the food, you know. And that's another thing. A lot of people will eat fucked up food just because it fits in with the norm. Like, everybody else eat pork, so I'm gonna eat pork. I don't want to be that one nigga that's sitting off to the side that everybody asking me am I Muslim just because I don't eat pork. You know what I'm saying? When it's in the Christian book too. You know what I'm saying? But that's another conversation.
It's in the Bible, it's in the Quran, it's in multiple books.
Right. So even with food, people will eat fucked up just to fit in. And it's weird because that's how we know we've taken this shit too far.
Man, even liquor, bro. People know liquor will fuck their whole body up. Hey man, turn up, man. Let's get a little hitty in that motherfucker.
But if you don't drink.
If you don't drink, you a pussy. Oh man, we can't have pussy. You don't want to turn up, man. You don't want to have a good time, man.
Something simple as smoking, man. You look what they did back in the day. They made smoking cigarettes popular by using characters that was popular at that time.
Right.
I want to say maybe John Wayne, maybe these other people.
John Wayne, bro. They had cartoons. They had all types of things that was being broadcasted to make smoking look cool, right? You know what I'm saying? I remember, I always talk about my boy, Matthew McConaughey, man. He said there was a split image of him looking at his brother, and his brother was leaning against the wall, right? He had this type of lean on him. He was just smoking a cigarette. He said that he made it look cool. He said that's the image. Now he used that image from that point and put it into a movie later on. And he had these lines called, all right, all right, all right. That's one of the famous lines that he had on. Like, the power of acceptance and image is, it comes into the mind of how you act, right? So it's hard to tell somebody what they're seeing is acceptable or not acceptable. Because all they'll see is, maybe that's acceptable. It depends on the person's mindset, how they develop that consciousness at that time. That's why it's like, when kids look at you, it's already going to be programmed to, maybe that's how I should handle this situation. Because if they don't go directly to the kid and say, hey, this is not acceptable, don't do what I do, or hey, this is acceptable, then the child only knows, hey, this is what I need to do in that type of situation. Right? I don't know if you ever seen any one of them cartoons where basically it was a woman, right? She was telling basically it looked like her boyfriend was like, oh, punk ass nigga, all right? And the daughter looked at it like, you should daughter in the background. She looked at it from the other room. And when she got older, she has a boyfriend. She's like a teenager at the time. She repeated the same habit, like, oh, punk ass nigga. So, like I said, kids accept the things right then and there, and people don't really be paying attention to what they're processing at the same time, unless somebody tells them straight up, like, that's acceptable, that's not acceptable, or even, you know what I'm saying? Because toxic habits become acceptable. It becomes a regular day in life for individuals.
Man, I got to get back to this goddamn food.
Yeah, get back to the food?
You know, there's some people that will live healthy, but then act like they're not healthy when they get around normal people.
Really?
Like, knowing you don't eat this shit, but you in school with the kids, look, when we go over to the house, look, I don't want nobody saying they don't eat this, nothing. So you eat whatever they give you.
Bro, they give them a prep talk. They give them a prep talk before they get over there.
It's crazy because people, the acceptance factor, even within family, is toxic.
Bro, even in religion, bro. They will tell their kids, like, hey, look, we're a Christian family. We don't talk about, we're a Christian family when we go over here, okay? I didn't see it all, man. I didn't see it all, man. Like, this, that's what I'm saying. Acceptance is crazy. Like, political party, religion, academics, sports. It's crazy. Like, right? You have a person like, everybody at that table didn't play like water polo, and they're like, hey, what about you, Ted? Like, yeah, I played water polo. Like, instead of being that dude, like, no, I never played that, man. I never played that. It's like, why would I say the opposite to throw myself under the bus, right? But at the same time, you got people who played that sport that never liked the sport and want to hear somebody like, No, I don't like it, man. I don't really enjoy it. Then that person, like, that's one other thing people don't understand, right? Because you excel exceptionally in a sport doesn't actually mean you like it. I done read so many stories about college athletes who they got the scholarships in college and possibly they went overseas. They'll tell you the whole time they didn't like it. But they did it because that's what they was exceptional in. Nothing else, nothing less. So it's interesting when I be seeing that type of stuff.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And sports, that's a beautiful thing, man. You know, you always got people that be like, yeah, I played ball in school. They never tell you they didn't start. They never told you, you know what I'm saying? They didn't tell you, you know, they really wasn't into it. Like, you know what I'm saying, Juice was saying. You have people that played ball and people that played ball.
Right.
People that practice, put in the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A whole nine, trained.
Uh-huh.
And you got people that just wanted to be on the team just to be able to
Be on the
say,
team.
you know what I'm saying? Some people feel like if they go around their family members and they didn't play sports, then they throwing themselves under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
every black person don't have to play
And what they
football
say,
and basketball.
everybody in this family with the PV.
Right.
Everybody in this family with the PV.
Right.
Now, you don't even want to go to PV, but you
Right.
gotta go down.
And then you got these-
You gotta go down, man. Like.
You got these traditions and customs that keep people locked in. And you see it a lot of times, people really fear, I guess, being isolated even from their family members just by like...
Ooh, be castrated.
Right.
They rather be accepted than castrated. What they say? They don't want to be the black sheep, man.
Even in parenting with your family. Like if you parent different, a lot of people can't deal with that pressure when they go around their family and they're not doing the same thing that all the other parents are doing.
You don't whoop your child?
Right. Effective what?
Could be me. Could be me. Could be me.
They can't
You see
pronounce
that?
communication.
They can't pronounce it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they spell communication with an ass. C. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
man.
So this shit is on so many. I ain't even know it was on this many levels, but
Oh yeah. That's why I wanted. Like it came to me like earlier today. Cause like I said, the acceptance is crazy, man. Like one thing about business, man, that what people need to learn is some of us really be in like a war room, right? There's this book called "It's a Jungle in There," right? When I'm talking business with several other people that are really like masculine or something like that, I want you to picture a wolf, a lion, an ape, a saber-tooth tiger, whatever it is. We're all in a room just going at it, right? One of the biggest things I can tell you right now, right? My uncle, like I said, my uncle was very, very, very well into the NFL, right? And when it came to draft day, this is what would happen, right? Everybody that's with part of that draft would have to put in a saying, right? We need a defensive back. One person would be like, no, we need a lineman. No, we need a cornerback. No, we need a quarterback. You would have to stand your ground to why everybody's yelling on why we should draft a certain player, right? Because then you would have to let a person know the acceptance of how powerful that position is. Everybody's arguing their position and understands we got to accept what's needed to be done in order to get to the next level. That's what scouting is about. The acceptance of like, hey, we need a better DB. Hey, we need a... You got to be able to argue your ground sometimes to let other individuals know within that organization or within that pinnacle, this is what's going to better us off if we all participate. You got to be able to do that. You lose anything of that nature. But like I said, it's interesting that things are already put into perspectives, but it's more interesting to me. Like, okay, so we want a child to listen to us 100%, but can they accept? Can we earn that child's love and acceptance beforehand? Or is it basically because we're older, we already been on earth for so long, they just need to accept what we tell them? Or it's like parental guidance and stuff like that. I'm just curious.
I would just say it'll be more effective if you establish that relationship first.
Okay.
And the respect first.
Okay.
That way, when you're talking, it's not just, somebody can listen to you but not really listen. Or they can hear but not listen. So you could be thinking you really getting through, you teaching them something, and they just like, on the inside, they like, this motherfucker.
They tune out.
Tune out. So you always want to be respected and kind of feared in parenting a little bit.
Well, I do believe fear is necessary.
But some people focus more so on the fear than the actual respect, and I think that's the imbalance.
Wait, but where's the love though?
I was getting that.
Oh, I mean, I ain't looking at it.
You know what I'm saying? And then people on the backside, they feel like, well, if I got the respect and the fear, well, fuck the love. You know what I'm saying? Because you owed that, because, you know, no one owes you anything. No one owes you love or none of that shit. Things will happen naturally in certain relationships, but that's the only thing will happen. The natural things will happen, but all the extra shit that you want, the respect and the perfect relationship and parenting and all that, you have to work for that. So just like you want your kids to prove themselves to you, you still have to prove yourself to your kids. That's a mutual relationship. So
okay.
Yeah.
So is love better than fear, or fear better than love?
I mean, that really honestly.
That's next time on our podcast.
I'm going straight Tupac on that one.
You go straight Tupac?
Fear is stronger than love. I mean, it is.
Mm.
Fear is stronger than love in a lot of situations.
Hey, what they say about love? Like, I'll die for you, but why won't you live for me? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fear make you do some.
Fear gonna bring that fight or flight.
Yeah, man.
But a lot of people, I ain't gonna get into that one, man. But a lot of people, well, fear is.
That's definitely coming up on the episode right now.
Is fear stronger than love? Okay.
Is love better than fear, or is fear better than love, man? Because we got to talk about the fight or flight responses, as well as is love really the ultimate thing you can give to somebody? It's kind of interesting, right? So when running a business, you want to receive love, but you also want people to fear also the consequences if you don't execute.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing too much, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
You want it all. Because a lot of people say, man, business is more cutthroat than the streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's
I thought business was business, but now that's pretty good too.
Some people say there's more morals and shit and code of ethics in the streets than in business. So that's crazy. Because a lot of people find the parallels between the two and not how they differ more so based on legal or illegal.
Correct.
But you run into business, you definitely want the love from your people that you got on your team, because that's going to make them perform even harder. Now, to some people, it could cripple them and you can fire those people, okay? All right, so the people that's working with you, locked in, doing their thing, the love is going to make them perform, you know what I'm saying, more than what they can do. It's like giving somebody the right supplement before they work out versus just letting them work out.
Okay, go ahead and talk to him, man.
So now we got the pre-workout in the conversation.
Okay, pre-workout. They got a little juice up. Okay, go ahead, keep going, man.
You know what I'm saying? So when we get to the respect, you definitely want the respect, because a respectful person on your team they have more of a value, you know what I'm saying, than people that don't really respect you. When people don't respect you, they really don't perform for you, or they perform for themselves more so versus for you. So respect is definitely necessary. And you also have to give respect in order to get the respect from even the people that's under you. So that's important to have. Now you can have people that's not really on your level because you're higher, but they can feel so connected to you and respected that they feel like they kind of on your level in a positive sense as far as working for you. So then the fear. You do want a little bit of fear, because if people don't fear what you may or may not do, well, now you become calculative. And they can calculate your reactions before they happen. And if they know you're going to be passive and never aggressive, well, some people going to take advantage of that. So that's not a good way you want to lead your team, you know what I'm saying? So you want to have all those
get the strap
qualities, but some people focus more so on the respect, to where you hear people say, like, I die behind my respect. You know what I'm saying? You got people like that, and they take that same attitude in business. And then you got people that focus more so on fear than anything.
Okay.
I want people to fear my reputation and my name, so everything I do, I'm going to exhibit complete brute force at all times. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's physical, mental, cerebral, whatever the case be. You got people that want to be known as sharks. You know what I'm saying? So
sharks in the water, don't jump in.
Yeah, don't jump in, man.
Don't jump in.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that just want to be remembered for loving everybody, man. You got people that, you know what I'm saying, do charity work in their personal lives, and they just really happy people, and they are known for being so, happy and chipper, and high energetic, you know what I'm saying? So you have all kind of different things, but I say definitely if you're gonna lead a team, you need all three. I would put fear kind of last, but you still need it. I say I put it kind of last.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna give you an example of love and fear, right? If your boss comes down and he helps you out, like, damn, that's love. He don't mind getting in the field. Then you have the example of the boss go down, oh shit, he's down here. That could be trouble. That's one of the easy examples I can give people of how powerful love and fear can be right then and there. You see your boss come down, you're going to be like, damn, okay, he's getting in the field with us. Let's work harder. Or you be like, damn, the boss that came down, somebody got to get the fuck fired. So it's going to make you work aggressively because you don't really know, is it out of love or is it out of fear what's about to take place if you don't really know the individual.
Right. And fear and love both have a connection to me. Because sometimes...
All right, look, man. Hold on, man. Let me stop that. That's a whole other podcast episode. So
no, I'm relating to the scenario.
Oh, acceptance?
Being a boss.
Oh.
Yeah, being a boss and accepting all that shit. Focus more so on the love. Sometimes people, even in the work world, can look at it as a passive action. So, like we said, your boss come downstairs. Boss is so loving, right? So... Boss come downstairs and say,
how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hey guys, I need y'all to get back to work, as soon as possible, no rush.
Hey, companies went up 100% in sales because y'all guys.
Hey, 15 minutes later, nobody moved.
Hey, lunch at 12 o'clock, homie.
He go back downstairs. Hey, everybody, I know y'all still eating, man. I need y'all to come back up. All right, man, cool, yeah. 10 minutes later, nobody moved. You know what I'm saying? Now the person that everybody just feared, they hear them footsteps. They already wrapping up trash. You know what I'm saying? They getting ready to go. You know what I'm saying? That fear is like, I don't want to be caught down here.
Right.
Sometimes that love can keep you comfortable down there.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. I'm done, man. You back on camera, man. Get some time down, man. We still going here, man. We still going here.
I'm talking to woman. But yeah, man.
Oh, man. Hey. That's the crazy part about love. Love will get you comfortable, but fear can never make you comfortable.
Keep your ass on your toes.
Oh, man. Y'all hear this, man? Hey, y'all better share this motherfucking shit. I need money.
Yeah. We'll keep you on your toes.
Hey, look, I need money.
Hey, we're going to get a super chat on here.
Oh, shit, man. We need to get a super chat going on here soon, man. Oh, man. Y'all better be paying attention, man. This is beautiful right here, man. Oh, man. But, yeah, but like I said, man, that was beautiful, man, because I can always piggyback what you do, you piggyback off what I do. But now, when it comes to acceptance at the same time, when do you feel like individuals should just be like, no, like, fuck that? When it compromises their morals, when it compromises their integrity. But it's crazy enough because people go through all those compromisations and still go through the acceptance.
Correct. Correct.
This is how daily acceptance is sometimes.
That's the blood sport of it. If it compromises your integrity, some people gonna always rock with integrity. Some people, like, if it compromises my bank account come first over integrity. Right. So it really just depends whether people want to rock with the moral code or they really looking at their finances. And then, like we say, some people can be such a good boy and never really get the acceptance that they wanted. And they go back to some people that can destroy them. And then some people can be like, well, fuck it. I still made progress and success. I still out-succeeded my peers. So even though I didn't get accepted by the people that I was trying to get accepted by, I still outdid everybody else. So that goes back to being comfortable within your own skin. It's nothing wrong.
That was beautiful.
Right.
That was beautiful.
Right.
I like how we relate this to the workforce because people don't understand, like, co-workers and your community, that goes a long way when it comes to acceptance at hand, right? For instance, right, I remember, when I work, I'm going to be honest, I don't care for being accepted by my co-workers, bro. Like, I came to work to get to the fucking next level. I didn't come to talk to you all. Hey, we talk, cool, whatever, kudos, let's get a snack. Hey, look, I brought some stuff. But other than that, man, I really feel like people are too much into acceptance, when they want to be accepted all around. One thing I want to tell people is like, understand, like, you can't be accepted all the way around. There's going to be areas you can't be accepted for. And just understand that. Like, you know, I think it's ass backwards to always want to be accepted by everybody, right? There's some things about me I don't give a fuck about being accepted about at all. I will look at you dead ass crazy, right? So, like, when I always talk about having standards, boundaries, and requirements for people to be friend of you, be an associate of you, I don't care about anything else but that. Like, why would I compromise myself as an individual just so it feel good to have another friend, or feel good? Like, it's got to be stuff that you got to be willing to not accept. Period. Right? That's like a person who comes into your life and just don't give a fuck about anything. And it's amazing. People will accept these people like as a wounded bird. Oh, you don't care about things? Let me teach you how to care about things. Oh, you ain't got nothing going for you? Let me teach you how to get things going for yourself. I think like a lot of people don't pay attention to that. Like, avoid those type of motherfuckers. Period. Don't stop like looking at acceptance from everybody, man. Learn to just say, I can't accept that. Right? I remember I was at, you know, Juice Date, man. Look, man.
I was waiting for
you just waiting for me to say Date World? You was waiting for me to go to Date World?
I was talking to this young lady.
Yeah, you ready for me to talk about dates and shit. Like, look, man.
I was talking to this young lady.
Juice gonna date, man. I see something I like, I'm taking it on a date. No hesitation. No hesitation, baby. No hesitation, baby. I'm taking it on a date.
To this lady, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to her like, we talking about, you know, finances and different things of that nature. And she was like telling me what I had to already accept when I'm barely getting to know you. Well, you're going to have to accept, like, sometimes I dress how I want to dress and I need you to be able to handle that. Or, hey, I do these things on these certain type of days. I'm going to need you to learn how. I'm like, hold on, man. Like, this is the thing, right? If you're already throwing it out there what you expect out of me, and I haven't even said one thing what I expect out of you, we already going to have confrontation. They say, like, the things you want me to accept, it might fuck with my integrity, it might fuck with my morals, right? That's why sometimes when I talk to women and some people want to be as loose as possible when it comes to clothing. I'm like, hey, look, the way I maneuver, you never know you will meet. I just need you to accept, like, hey, look, some things I just need you to be a little bit more conservative. Or things that, like, it can go down the line, bro. But I just stuck with the little clothes for right now. But even in the dating world, bro, you gotta learn to. There's some things you can accept that can actually make you a better person too, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If a person might ask you to take on, okay, put it like this, bro. In the dating world, can you accept the acceptance of somebody adding more to your load, or do you feel like you should be comfortable with what you do, or what you bring?
I would say being an attribute, you know what I mean? That will rock my boat. You can still be comfortable with whatever you do, but you know, a lot of people just enjoy people adding to their lives.
Man, drop some goddamn juice on my lip. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
But one point I wanted to bring up, and you can go back to that one, is
the dating world. Yeah, the dating world gonna be crazy, bro. We on that subject.
There's something relatable that came to me. Like, you gotta remember when Jordan became Jordan. Well, it was in that age where, you know, if you was the shit, you was like 7 feet. So Jordan came.
That's Will Chamberlain.
Yeah,
that's Will Chamberlain's terms. Okay.
Now it's like, okay, shooting guards and dunking and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that continued to be a trend. And then, you know, you got Steph Curry. Right. So I'm gonna run around and shoot. Change the game. Now big man is out. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, how many shooters can you get on your team? So it's like sometimes you could just be so good at what you do, even though it don't fits in with the quote unquote norm, it becomes the new norm. Because you did it so well. You know what I'm saying? So
proud of you, man. Proud of you, man.
Hey, man, this is what I do. Man.
I ain't gotta fire you no more, man. I ain't gotta fire you no more, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you can be you so great and good that you can create the new norm and people will follow you versus you always having to follow people. So within you following people and trying to fit in,
creating the new acceptance. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think that's a new subject right there. Creating the new acceptance.
You're gonna cradle yourself.
Oh man, what are methods an individual can do to create a new acceptance?
Like I say, everybody got to find out what you good at, what you excel at, what makes you you, and you have to lock into those key points and master them. You know what I'm saying? You look at boxers, great boxers. You look at Muhammad Ali. He like, okay, I got the height, I got the charisma, I got the speed. Okay, so power was not his main thing. Then you got people like Tyson, like I got the speed, I got the warrior spirit and the power, so I'm gonna focus on these things.
Okay.
So you have different people that just know how to lock in on their key points, and that can revolutionize yourself and the people around you. Like I brought up earlier, you know what I'm saying? You had the Nation, you had Malcolm X, you had all these other people. Did the majority fuck with them? Probably not, but there was a lot of other groups that came as the offspring as to what they were doing. Even though they might not have been the majority at the time, look at the groups now that's still going on. The groups now, the Black Panthers, New Black Panther Party, all these conscious groups, they're following what the Nation of Islam did, not what the Civil Rights Movement brought to the table.
Talk to him, man. Talk to him.
So that's all I got, man. That's all I got.
That's how you create a new acceptance?
Yeah.
By creating new boundaries, new requirements, new rules.
Yeah.
New instillment.
And lock in on your key points.
And lock in on your key points and go out there and be effective.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I like that. I like that. I like this guy, man. I like this guy, man. I like this guy, man. You're all right in my book, man. You're all right in my book. For right now. Oh, man, yeah. So we got to be able to remember, like, when you can create a new wave, a new trend, you create a new reality for a lot of people, right? You had, what, techno music, rap music, hip-hop music, drill music. You know, there's different categories we have now created within the music and entertainment industry that now, you know, I can go to television. You got drama, you got horror, you got, you know, sci-fi, you got porno, you got, you know, all these different things.
What's it, sci-fi and porno?
I mean, look, man, I'm just trying to give them, like, it's different acceptances that people gravitate to, right? Those are all, see, that's another thing. Categories are acceptance. Right? I accept these horror films as a category. You know what I'm saying? If I don't gotta accept it if I don't like this shit. Drama, comedy. Well, I mean, I don't know, witty, what is that, empowerment. It's all these different type of avenues that create power within creating these new trends and the power of accepting the new acceptance, you know what I'm saying? Right? You got people who are now creating a new norm for individuals that are actually help other individuals elevate it, right? Put it like this, bro. If some people are dormant right now, waiting on somebody to crack the ice so they can fucking go out there and climb. And it just takes one individual to make the new acceptance. Like, hey, you don't accept me, but I'm gonna make you eventually accept it.
Man.
Right? Man, get this mic out my face, man. Get this mic out my face, man.
Look, do the whole table flip over. So,
This table too.
but no, like last thing I'll say, even on business, man, you have to look at people study trends, people study markets, people study like information, and that's how they was able to come out with the next big thing. And then you have some people that want to make what everybody else is making. Those are super saturated lanes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're on the road trying to get to your destination. Do you follow the traffic route, or do you try to take the back roads or whatever you can to beat everybody else there?
Hey, look, I got one better. Do you take the navigation, Google? Do you take the navigation, Apple? Or do you take Waze? Waze is the one that creates multiple different routes for you to take.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, I just do this, man. I just do this here, man. I just do this right now, man.
Alright, I'm done with it.
You done with it?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
I ain't done with it.
What else you got? You got something else on that?
Oh, you talking about acceptance, man? Oh, man, but I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? It's, like I said, it's. I like individuals who actually can create their own trends and go forth from doing them, right? I think that's powerful, right? We can look at dances, man. Dance is one of the easiest things, like social media. TikTok. Man, I remember Gary Vee was talking about TikTok a year ago, 2 years ago. TikTok gonna be the new way, man. TikTok gonna be the new way, man. They were like, TikTok that blew the fuck up. Everybody on TikTok now. Twitter, hey, everybody gonna follow the bird, man. You might wanna get over. Hey, Facebook, and then this is another thing about acceptance. When you deny acceptance, sometimes you'll get extinct. Look at Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. Look at MySpace. People didn't want to accept the trend that came with it, right? And that's another thing that people got to understand is like when you avoid the acceptance of the new norm, you'll fucking die out. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? Blockbuster, Netflix. Hey, look, man, people going digital. Nah, not us. We're going to keep these tapes. We're going to keep these video games and presents. Got extinct. There's acceptance of things that if you're not willing to accept, you're going to lose out on, right? What's the new thing right now? Cryptocurrency, NFTs. You know, it used to just be stocks. Now you got Forex. Like, it's all these different markets that are going to become the new acceptance that people, if they decide to look the other way, they're going to miss out. Period. If you choose to miss out, that's your motherfucking fault, right? You know, and learning the acceptance of who you are as an individual, your characters and your skills is another thing, right? I noticed, like, bro, I'm really an investor type. You know what I'm saying? I have to accept that, right? I'll do my studies and be like, yo, what? Bring back bring back the statistics, the analytics, what kind of system you running, this and that. I realized every time I did money moves, sometimes with business, it's always because I had capital behind it. I'm like, how much I'm getting in return? All right, that sounds like a good deal. Do you want me to work? Do I have input? Cool. Because I go from investor to a capital venturelist when I want my input to be put in. And that's another thing. When you start getting strong within who you are, then you can make a lot of moves, a lot of good moves, man. Like I said, you got some things you got to learn to accept as the new norm. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. You never want to be the all dog. You can't learn new tricks. You have to be versatile in your approach. And that's the way you exist throughout time. A lot of people we look at Jay-Z. He existed throughout multiple time periods. He accepted the new norm and he made adjustments. A lot of people, you can become so great and good at one thing that you don't have nothing else to offer because you're so stuck on that one thing that you're good at.
Cassidy. So, I just want to bring up another artist. We're talking about one who adapted and one who didn't adapt.
Right. You look at even Nas. You know what I'm saying? He's making his adjustments based on producers. You know what I'm saying? So people that have that longevity, the people that want to stay in the game, you constantly change with the game. You can't be still playing the same game from back in the day and the shit's changed. You know what I'm saying? Rules are even different. A lot of people be like, a lot of these football players soft now, whatever the case.
All these basketball players soft. That's what they say. They're hard. Like, bro,
it's a new norm.
It's a new norm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not.
And they can't accept it. You see how powerful that is?
So now they can't respect the athleticism of people that's in the new game because you started looking at the old game and how the athleticism was different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You talk about a digital data now, right? Oh, you didn't go to the library and read books like we did. You could just go on your little iPad and take the.
So automatically, I have more of a hustler spirit than you because I went to the library and you can just pull out your phone.
You just pull out your phone.
What if the person that pull out their phone, you know what I'm saying, really use that motherfucker to where they just succeed everybody?
Right.
Are you still more the hustler because you have to, no. Harder doesn't always make you better.
Right.
We ain't gonna do this, man. We're gonna wrap this one up.
We're gonna wrap this one up. Yeah, hey, look, man, this is a great episode, man. I don't know how I come up with these titles, man, but I just do it, man. I just do it, man.
Most definitely, we appreciate everybody's time, everybody rocking with us on live and tapping in on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I pinned it up for y'all right there. Talking That Talk Official Podcast. Just click on the pin. Follow the content as we give you this more quality content, man. All right, y'all. Peace out. We're gonna do a recap in about 1 minute. Peace. Hey, man.